How you doing today? So today we're doing a little video of me doing a hack job. It's not really a hack job. It's the coil in that I couldn't get a slab coil for this furnace, the proper size, and it was going to be a really there was just almost no way to get a coil to fit that. So what I did was I ordered a new 410 and a 410 coil. A ton and a half, because that's what was there. So we're going to put back a ton and a half system. So the problem is that it's a slab and sits in sideways. So what I had to do is remove the existing coil out of the furnace, and part of it was actually the casing was it was spot riveted, so I had to whack it all out. You'll see it in the video. But two things. One, this is how to install an A coil in the same box. Now I could have used, you'll see in the video, I could have used silicone, just to give you a heads up. I could have used silicone around to seal the A coil in place, but the surface was just way too dirty. So I always, in circumstances like that, you can use the spray-in insulation foam, because it's really super sticky, and it'll bond to just about anything. And that was a really good way to kind of bond, or to seal that A coil down into place. So don't give me no hate on that. It's just, that's thinking outside the box. On top of that, later on in the video, you'll see my phone with the pressure and superheat settings on there. You'll see that the superheat was like freaking 50, and the subcool was kind of, it was off too. I worked on that for about a half an hour trying to figure out what was going on, because it's a brand new A coil and a brand new furnace, and I got plenty of airflow. Couldn't figure it out, so I had to take a step back and look at it. I had my temperature probes backwards. I had the high on the low and the low on the high. You won't, that'll mess you up, because it was reading all funky, you know. And no matter what I did, I couldn't get it to change. I took a little fluid out, put a little fluid in. I'm like, what's going on? And I just so happened to look down on the phone, and I saw the number of the temperature probe, and I thought, is that no, that's not the correct one. Simple fix. Switched those out, waited about a minute for it to reset. Perfect. So when you'll see that I went from working on it to done, because I didn't even add that piece of video in there, because I was out there for a half an hour trying to figure out what was going on with the system. So I thought it was kind of comical. But rookie mistake, man, just wasn't paying attention. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. You know, this will help you kind of, it'll help you to understand that you can do some stuff like this, and it'll work fine. The property manager was told by multiple people, contractors and other maintenance guys, that you have to replace everything. Well, yeah, if you want to spend $3,000, because they're aquaflows, man, those are expensive furnaces. Yeah, it would have saved them money in the long run, because they could have got all the aquaflow parts off of it. Whatever. But why go to that expense now when I can just put an A coil in there? Done. You know what I'm saying? So that's that. So it's a way of doing it, you know, without going to the expense of replacing everything. So I hope you enjoyed the video, man. Have a good day. Well, we got us an install today. Brother Casey. I'm gonna tear this thing out. Put us a new A coil in. Let's check this out. Yep, get the big flashlight out. We'll tear this coil out. Ooh, clean this up a bit. Yeah, we're gonna do this real good, boy. That coil, geez, look at that. Well, it's not too bad. Okay, so this is an aqua flow. It's an aqua flow, so we'll kick on the air. Get that coil running. Oh, that's right, it's got a freaking door switch on it. We just tape that bad boy shut first. Well, don't need it. Let's go outside and do a pump down. Just a little quick pump down. Whew, man. Whew. Look at the freaking head pressure on that. Suction. I bet that's because of bad airflow. Bank it. We playing jingle bells inside this motherfucker. Wait a minute, wrong way. So Dale gave his 2 weeks.
How you feel about it?
Doesn't bother me none at all. I have a tool for this. Ratchet, a battery ratchet. Done.
Yeah, I have what you have right
there. Check this out. So my high side, it's going down. My low side's not even moving. Oh, it's going down now. Man, that's fucked up. It looks like that compressor's no good. It should already pump that down, man. Come on. Yeah. I've never seen it go that slow. Never. I bring your recovery tank back, by the way. Come on. As I can go. I think I might be able to turn it a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. Just having it.
What the fuck?
But just a little bit more away from the wall side.
Check that out. That's full of putty. I'm going as fast as I can, okay? Quit squalling at me. Great.
Somebody filled that thing full of pipe dope.
What the fuck? They got pipe dope in it, man. They got pipe dope in it.
Yeah, I noticed it on the caps.
That's funny, man. Somebody put pipe dope down in there. Yeah, good times, man. All right, let's get. Woo. You want to kill that breaker because it's well, just don't take the door off of the furnace. It'll kill the power to the low side. It don't matter, whatever you want to do. It's all going to kill power. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to heat these lines up, pop this out, disconnect the power, we'll be good to go. And then slide a new one over. It's good, man. It'll work. So back on this, there's not a lot of light in here. I'm going to take this door back off. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to disconnect the A coil or a coil slab, and all right, so what we're going to have to do is going to have to disconnect all this crap, and that A coil was going to fit right in that hole, so we should be good. I have to get rid of this, but we'll strip this down. Let me see if I can get you some better light in here. Okay, so what we got to do is got to disconnect all of this crap and pull the coil out. The new coil should sit right in there. I do have a filter box for that, but we'll go from there and see what's going to happen with this. I'm not going to build the whole thing, so I'll just get a little bit started here. Needs some new insulation, that's for sure. Okay, so at least it's not 1/4 inch. Yeah, we'll just heat this up, pull it out, and we're good to go. We're gonna cut that off. That's just bullshit. We're gonna cut this off, and I guarantee that coil's fucked. So we'll see. The B tank. Whenever I'm working on this stuff, I just prefer it. It's not as hot as oxygen acetylene. So let's get her opened up. So I found this. That's a pretty cool little tool. I just barely crank it open. Never had one do that. Never had one do that. Well, guess we'll be up here cutting this coil down. I'll show you how we're gonna get that. We'll just cut it back here. Let that bad boy cool down because she's red hot. We just cut it off up here. I've never had one do that. Usually it just comes right off, no problem. I'm trying to keep away from that. Hottie, but boy, she hot.
But doesn't mean I'm gonna run into a problem on the outside. Ooh, they got some oil. Ooh, that stank. That stank bad, dude. Real bad. So let's get this cut and look to figuring out this BS going on up in here. Get a wire nut on that. I think I got some wire nuts down in here. Or I mean zip tie. There we go. Only need one, man. Let's get these wires up out of the way. Ooh.
Alright.
It didn't want to come apart. I had to cut it.
What?
Hey, I couldn't get it hot enough.
Really?
It wouldn't come apart. Had to cut the upper line. It stank the house up. You can smell that freaking gas. Woo! Mustard gas. Let me, yeah, it's got a stink to it, but I cut this, and now we have to figure out how to get this crap off here. Oh, I'm good, man. I appreciate it. I drink iced tea. Well, get to cutting that piece of PVC off. Slide that out.
Yeah, that's all together with JB Weld.
Yeah. JB Weld, man.
Yep. It was the only fix I could come up with the fact that metal.
Hey, man, it fucking works, dude.
That metal was rotting out.
Yep.
So, and she wouldn't stop having leaks
Yep.
on the condensation line. So I put JB Weld. I mixed the JB Weld and the JB putty.
Yeah.
So the JB putty around it, silicone, and JB Weld.
Fucking works, don't it? JB Weld, that's one. Works, though. Daggone it. A bunch of JB Weld. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut you, boy. Get it up the side of the can. Oh, that's old pipe.
Yeah.
That's oldie. Oldie. I don't like this.
I don't. I like it to go at least 45 into it.
The reason why is because of that. You'll hold half a gallon of water down in there.
Yep.
And then it just stagnates. And, ooh, that's nasty.
Yep.
Well, I've seen screws. I've seen bolts. Oh, that's just a pan right in there, huh?
Yep.
It's the panner. Yeah, we'll get to cutting on this bad boy. What the hell is this?
It was just some pipe.
Is it just a piece of pipe sticking out there? Well, that's weird. You know, hindsight's always 20/20. Of course, it would have cost a little bit more. But I could have just bought an 8-coil box.
Yeah.
And set right there.
Yep.
But it'd been too close to the ground then. I wouldn't be able to get a drop on the condensation line.
Right.
I've seen that shit a lot. Wow. Whew. Good times.
See why JB welded it?
Well, it's also part of the pan, so. That's a piece of copper tubing, looks like.
Yeah, you'll notice some of these had work on once before.
Yeah.
And they just kind of left whatever was there.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what's going on in my property, is that everything was just maintenance guys roll through and slap crap and just bounce,
Right.
you know?
Yep. And that was kind of my big problem. Like with most of those, they're all rusting out, and one of the guys that's fixed was electrical tape.
Oh,
I went,
well, could have been bad. It could have used Gorilla Tape, it works a lot better.
Oh,
I use that crap out of that. I love that
got one better
stuff.
for you. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Basic box tape
Yeah.
on a water supply line to an ice maker.
That's hilarious, man.
When it was an old supervisor's fix, and I asked the property manager, I'm like, hey, can you pull the work order? I want to see it. She was like, what do you mean? I'm like, whoever closed this out. It was my supervisor who closed it out. She put on there, replaced water line. I'm like, you replace it with tape.
It just had 2 screws slid right out. I had to cut this off. So we're going to have to clean all this up. We're going to have to figure out how to get this out. I don't know. I can't feel any screws down there. No screws. Well, we'll get the hole open. That furnace is sitting on blocks. All we gotta do is clean up, slap the coil in there, and go for town. I don't know if you can see that, but see all this? I pulled the Schrader valves out so I could pull the back or disconnect it inside. Look at the freaking oil in that. Yeah. Let's see. I don't see any oil inside there. But so this condensing line, or so the line runs up the wall, across the attic, and drops back down. But dude, that's just running out of there. Wow. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to cut it. I can't braze that. I'm gonna have to cut it open. So let's go from there. Put some junk in there. Check that out, man. I cut the line open a little bit. Hold on. Sorry. Cut the line open a little bit. Look at the juice coming out of there. Look at the oil running out of that. Wow. That or somebody's dumped some funky crap in there. I bet that's oil. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna have to clean this up real good, because I'm putting a 410 in here. Ooh, that's a mess. This is not nice and clean fit there. So what I did was, instead of making a really big hole, I just drilled a hole in the side of the case, stick the low side out. That way it's over here out of the way. That way, if we need to get in there for something, cool beans. I'm gonna pull this out, and we're gonna seafoam this, or foam it in. Doing this is that I'm gonna foam it. Great stuff. I'm gonna foam it all the way around, set the coil in there, and that will help to seal it down. Got a little bad spot back in the back. There we go. That way I've got a nice flow. Let's get to it, Joe. I don't need a lot. I just need a little bit in there to help it seal itself in. This thing takes up the whole track, so like I said, this is just to help seal it in place, my friend. I use this stuff for everything, man. I love it. Yeah, it comes in fucking handy. I got tired of buying the other ones and throwing them away. Like brand new, son. Brand. Got the hole drilled out. Yeah. Let's just give it a little twist out of the way. There we go. So all I gotta do now is just heat this up. You know, this is all nice and pretty, you know. But what I want to do first, I want to do outside first.
Right.
That way I can blow as much oil, and I'm pretty sure I got the cleaner. So let's go out there and check, see if I got some cleaner, because I'd hate to get started on that and mess it all up because I got a bunch of that black oil in there, you know. I'm pretty sure I got some. Jerk.
Power flush.
When I've done pressure test, everything's good. Pulling the vacuum, got drain moved over, and he's putting the door. Yeah, no, man. There we go. There it fails. Get it on my hand. Okay, so on this, because I'm losing my static right now. So usually like a cap, even a screw in, because I couldn't find caps one time, but I could find the screw in caps. Seal tape around it, stick it in a hole, works fine. Works like a wiener. Now I only glue one end of this, because it's a cap. So if you ever come in here, you got water running all over the place, you just pull that out and bam, blow it out. Because you got to have that static pressure, otherwise we got the pump running, everything's hooked up. We got 259 on the vacuum. I'm gonna call that good. I've already done a decay test on it, and it's good. So we shut the valves off, open her up, get her off. So now all we gotta do is open up the valves and turn the bad boy on. Is there something in the way? Did you break it?
No.
Did you find that hammer?
No. Got it now.
I'm just messing with you, man.
Got it flattened out.
I got that down to 254. Good to go. I about fucking lost my noodle just now. Alright, so I got it back together. I got a condensation line in. Of all things I didn't grab the seal tape. So he's running over to get the seal tape. But right now, we're running at 310, 122. And I gotta go back over here so you can see. Let it reconnect. Okay, so right now I'm running 50 on superheat. This is a piston 410 system, running 50. Subcool is 19, so yeah, we're a little uncharged. I think that they shorted us, man, on refrigerant and that, because I shouldn't have to add a bunch of refrigerant. So we'll just we'll hit it real quick and see what happens. Right, another install.
What?
Everything's good.